The great Indian sun begins its slow climb. It paints the sky in shades of orange and soft pink. Below, the land stretches out, vast and ancient. In the distance, a line of elephants moves slowly, like gentle grey mountains walking through the morning mist. A peacock calls out, its voice sharp and clear in the quiet air. This is a land of contrasts, where life awakens in 1,000 different ways. In a small village, the first light touches the mud walls of a simple home. Inside, a woman is already awake. She moves without a sound, her bare feet cool on the packed earth floor. Her day has begun long before the rest of the world stirs. Her name is Sita, but she could be any one of millions. She steps outside into the cool morning. The air smells of damp soil and the sweet smoke from a distant cooking fire. She walks to the well, her colorful sari a bright splash against the brown earth. Each step is familiar, a path she has walked every day of her life. The world around her is still, holding its breath. A lone water buffalo lifts its heavy head from a nearby stream, its dark eyes watching her with a calm curiosity. This quiet moment, before the heat and noise of the day, is hers alone. It is a moment of peace in a life that asks so much of her. In a city far away, another woman, Priya, wakes to a different sound. The distant rumble of a train, the soft hum of a fan turning overhead. Her world is made of concrete and glass, not mud and earth. She looks out of her window at a sky trapped between tall buildings. But the same sun that warms Sita's village finds its way here too. It casts long shadows across the sleeping city streets. Priya's day will be different from Sita's, filled with different tasks and different challenges. Yet they are connected by a thread, an invisible story of what it means to be a woman in this immense and complex land. Both women, one in the village and one in the city, begin their day with a small act of devotion. Sita lights a tiny oil lamp, its flame a small prayer in the growing light. She places a single marigold flower before a small statue of a god. Priya, in her modern apartment, closes her eyes for a moment, her thoughts a silent offering. This simple ritual is the anchor for their day. It is a thread that connects them to generations of women before them. It is the first step in a long journey of survival, a journey they make with grace and quiet strength every single day. If you found these stories meaningful, please subscribe to our channel for more untold journeys and real-life perspectives from across India. Your support helps us share more voices and stories that matter. The day unfolds in a series of rituals, small and large. In the village courtyard, the air grows thick with the scent of spices. Sita sits with other women, their hands moving skillfully. They are grinding turmeric and chili into fine powders. The sound is a steady rhythm, a soft percussion that has echoed in this space for centuries. Their laughter is quiet, their conversations are whispers. They share stories of their children, their husbands, their worries. The sun is higher now, hot on their backs. A lazy dog sleeps in a patch of shade, twitching its ears at the sound of a passing bullock cart. These daily tasks are more than just work. They are a form of connection, a way of passing down knowledge. An older woman shows a younger one how to fold a chapati into a perfect circle. Her hands, wrinkled and wise, guide the younger, smoother ones. It is a gentle lesson, given without many words. The knowledge flows from mother to daughter, from neighbor to neighbor. It is in the way they drape their saris, the way they braid their hair, the way they know just how much salt to add to the dal. These are the rituals of survival, the small ceremonies that keep a family and a community alive. Later, as the afternoon heat softens, a different kind of ritual takes place. A young bride is being prepared for a ceremony. Her hands and feet are painted with intricate henna designs, a temporary map of flowers and birds on her skin. She sits perfectly still, her eyes downcast. The women around her sing old songs, their voices weaving a tapestry of blessings and advice. The scent of sandalwood and jasmine fills the small room. It is a moment of pure beauty, a celebration of a new beginning. It is a ritual steeped in hope and tradition, a bright spot in the fabric of their lives. But rituals are not only for celebration, they are also for comfort. When a child is sick, a mother will tie a sacred thread around its wrist, a whisper of a prayer for protection. When the rains fail to come, the women gather to offer songs to the heavens, their voices rising together in a plea. These acts are a source of immense strength. They are a way of making sense of a world that can be unpredictable and harsh. In these shared moments, they find the courage to face whatever comes next, their faith a shield against the uncertainties of life. Alongside the beautiful rituals, there is a world of silence. There are things that are not said, rules that are not written down but are felt by everyone. These are the taboos, the invisible walls that shape a woman's life. When a woman is on her monthly cycle, she might not be allowed to enter the kitchen or the prayer room. She becomes an outsider in her own home for a few days each month. It is a time of isolation, a quiet banishment that she must endure without complaint. She watches life go on from a distance, her presence considered impure. This silence extends to many parts of her life. A young widow, dressed in a plain white sari, may be expected to live a life devoid of color and celebration. She is a ghost at weddings, a shadow at festivals. Her laughter is thought to be inappropriate, her joy a betrayal of her past. She must carry her grief not just in her heart, but as a public identity. The community watches her, their eyes ensuring she follows the unwritten rules of her new life. She learns to walk quietly, to make herself small, to exist without truly living. The weight of this expectation is heavy, a constant companion in her lonely days. Even a woman's dreams can be a taboo. A girl who wants to study instead of marry, who wants to work in a city far from her village, is often met with disapproval. Her ambitions are seen as a rebellion against her duty. Who will marry a girl who is too smart? The elders might whisper. Her place is in the home. And so, she learns to hide her books, to silence her desires. She might read in secret, late at night when everyone is asleep, the words on the page, a forbidden escape. Her dreams become a secret garden, a place she can only visit alone, hidden from the judging eyes of the world. Yet, even within these silences, women find ways to resist. It is not a loud rebellion, but a quiet one. A mother might secretly save money to send her daughter to school. A young widow might find friendship with other women in her position, creating a small community of support. They learn to navigate the maze of rules with intelligence and grace. They bend the rules without breaking them, finding small pockets of freedom where they can. Their survival is not just about enduring hardship, but about cleverly finding ways to live and even thrive within the lines drawn for them. In the sprawling, chaotic cities, life beats to a different rhythm. Here, the taboos of the village may seem distant, but new challenges arise. Priya leaves her apartment early in the morning. She joins a river of people flowing towards the train station. The crowd is a crush of bodies, a wave of humanity that pulls her along. She must be strong and quick to find a space in the crowded women's compartment of the train. Here, packed tightly together, strangers become temporary allies. They watch out for each other, a silent understanding passing between them. The city offers a kind of freedom the village cannot. Priya works in an office, earning her own money. She can choose her own clothes, meet her own friends, and make her own decisions. This independence is precious. She can sit in a cafe with a book, a small act of defiance against the expectation that a woman should always be busy with domestic duties. But this freedom comes with its own price. The city can be a lonely place. The watchful eyes of the village are replaced by the anonymous and sometimes dangerous gaze of the stranger. Her survival here is a constant negotiation. She must be aware of the time, the route she takes home, the way she presents herself. Her journey home in the dark is a path of careful steps and heightened senses. The sounds of the city at night, the distant sirens, the barking of street dogs, the sudden roar of a motorcycle are a constant reminder to be vigilant. She holds her bag tightly, her keys ready in her hand. It is a different kind of strength than Sita's, a modern armor for a modern world. It is the strength of being alert, of being street smart, of knowing how to be invisible when she needs to be. Yet, even in this concrete jungle, moments of beauty and connection appear. From her office window, Priya can see a flock of parakeets, a flash of brilliant green against the grey buildings. They circle once, then fly away, a brief, wild interruption to the city's order. At a street food stall, she shares a laugh with the vendor as he adds extra spice to her snack. These small interactions, these fleeting glimpses of nature and humanity are lifelines. They are reminders that even in a world of steel and speed, the human heart still seeks warmth and connection, just as it does in the quietest village. In the village, as the sun begins to set, the women gather once more. This time, it is not for work. They meet under the sprawling branches of an ancient banyan tree. Its roots hang down like the long grey beards of wise old men. This is their space, a sanctuary where men rarely come. Here, the whispers of the courtyard can become open conversation. They share their troubles more freely, their laughter louder and more relaxed. The tree has witnessed generations of these gatherings, its leaves holding the secrets of 1,000 lives. This sisterhood is a powerful force. When a woman faces trouble at home, it is these women who offer comfort and advice. When a family has no food, it is the neighbors who share what little they have. They are a network of support, an informal safety net woven from threads of shared experience. An old woman, her face a map of wrinkles, tells a story from her youth, her words a lesson in endurance. A young mother, tired from a long day, rests her head on a friend's shoulder, finding solace in the simple act of being understood. This bond is a vital tool for survival. Together, they might form a small savings group, each contributing a few rupees every week. This collective money can help someone buy a goat, repair a roof, or pay for a child's school books. It is a small act of economic independence, a way of taking control of their lives in a world that gives them very little. They are not just victims of their circumstances. They are active agents of their own survival. Under the shade of the banyan tree, they are not just individuals, but a collective, a force to be reckoned with. As darkness falls, they slowly walk back to their homes, their steps lighter than when they arrived. The air is cool now, filled with the chirping of crickets and the distant howl of a jackal. They carry the strength of the group back with them into their individual homes. This shared time has refilled their reserves of courage and hope. It has reminded them that they are not alone in their struggles. This deep, unspoken bond between women is perhaps the most powerful ritual of all, a quiet but unbreakable chain that links them together across the vast and varied landscape of India. The night deepens. In the village, Sita lies beside her sleeping children. The moon casts a silver light through the small window, tracing patterns on the floor. She thinks of her day, of the hard work, the small joys, the silent burdens. She thinks of her mother and her grandmother and all the women who came before her. She is a link in a long, unbroken chain. Their strength flows through her veins, a quiet, powerful inheritance. She closes her eyes, her breath steady and slow, ready to greet the sun once more. In the city, Priya turns off her light. The city outside her window never truly sleeps. It hums with a constant, low energy. She too is a link in a chain, but it is a newer one she is helping to forge. She is a pioneer, navigating a path that her mother and grandmother could only dream of. Her struggles are different, but the resilience required is the same. She carries the hopes of her family and the unspoken dreams of countless other women who wish for a life of their own choosing. Her sleep is a brief rest before another day of striving. Across the land, from the snow-capped Himalayas in the north to the warm shores of the south, these stories unfold. They are stories of incredible endurance. They are lived in the quiet moments of daily life, in the lighting of a lamp, the grinding of spices, the secret reading of a book, the shared laughter under a tree. A woman's life in India is a study in contrast. It is a dance between light and shadow, joy and sorrow, tradition and change. It is about holding on to the past while reaching for the future. The great Ganges River flows on as it always has. It carries with it the prayers and stories of millions. Like the river, the spirit of these women is relentless. It bends, it curves, it meets obstacles, but it never stops moving forward. They are the silent heart of this nation, the keepers of its culture, the bearers of its future. Their stories are not always told, their struggles not always seen. But their resilience is a force of nature as powerful and enduring as the land itself. And in their quiet, determined survival lies a profound and timeless beauty.